Hello, my Vibe Tribe. Welcome to the Daily Vibe. If you were here yesterday, thank you for coming back to the Daily Vibe. Whew. I'm gonna wait a few minutes. Okay, maybe not a few minutes. I'm gonna wait a few moments for to see who's gonna jump on. But I do want to address something yesterday about really how personal it got. When I was done, I felt kind of relieved, but also I was worried I might have put people too far out of their comfort zones. And, that's just me. Like I've said before, I don't particularly like to share personal bits of my life. But as I noted on one of my social media yesterday, that, sometimes in order to help people, you've got to share the ugliest bits. And I kind of wrote look, that little hair is back for more today. But I want to say that I'm not ashamed anymore of what I talked about. I was at first because I feel like, I don't want to be judged, and, I don't want people to say this, that, or the other about me. But I wrote this down because I wasn't sure if I'd get it right. But it's okay to be open and talk about things like yesterday's subject. But if you're with people, read the room first, because you don't want to put anyone out of their comfort zones too much. But also, don't be ashamed. I think that was a big hurdle for me yesterday. It was really conquering my last fear, because sometimes I do feel ashamed about things that I go through. Sometimes I do feel ashamed about just feeling the way I do sometimes. And I think yesterday was a good reminder that I shouldn't. I'm exactly where I'm meant to be at the time I'm meant to be there. And, good morning, Baby Puff. I'm wearing her favorite shirt today. She says, my favorite shirt with my favorite iOS. If you have another iOS, it's not gonna end well. So anyways, all right, let's see, what do we got here? I decided to go back to The Universe Has Your Back by Gabrielle Bernstein, because I feel it's safe. So, but yeah, just finishing up what I was saying before, I really think yesterday was kind of I think that was like the period on the sentence of my last journey adventure. My ring keeps moving. There we go. Yay, comfort. But I'm wearing my rose quartz because I can use all the love I can get today. But and my moonstone, because it's been a full moon for 2 days now and it's starting to wane now. But like I said, that card was chasing me for about a month or so, and I don't think I was ready for it. And by that I mean, I don't think that part of my journey was where it was at the time that those cards kept coming up. But I knew one day it would come up. Baby Puff said, I'm her one and only. I better be. Okay? Not that I'm possessive or anything, because I'm not. I love my Baby Puff. My little baby sister. She's just amazing. So anyways, yeah, I just wanted to clear that up a bit, because I was embarrassed at first. But then I talked to the siblings, and they're like, you know what, you did fine, you did great. I did get a lot of feedback, so thank you to everybody for your nice comments. And I do appreciate it, I do. I'm a lot of umming right now, because to be honest with you, I think whoever out there needed to hear it, I hope it helped. I really do. Because that's what makes worth sharing the ugly bits that you don't want people to know. The embarrassing bits that you don't want people to know. So anyways, let's jump into it, because I know somebody's gonna have some fun today. All right, the universe has my back. Let's see. How many shuffles? Let's go with 3. 3, maybe 4. Let's go with 4. All right. Oh. All right, one more. Let's see if anything flies out at us. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, it's a twofer today. So let's see what we got, kids. Let's see what we got. That's an awfully thick card. That one's thicker than the rest, but maybe it's because it's rainbows. The universe works fast when I am having fun. That is awesome, because today is Go With The Flow Friday, right? And it's Aloha Friday. And there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Okay, there we go. High validation. You saw me shuffle, so you know I did not just go in there and pull this card. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. So there you go. I'm a full-on sex symbol then after yesterday, because wow. If you haven't watched it and you're curious, go watch it. You know, if you didn't watch it and you're not curious, go watch it anyways, because I really think it is a good example of learning to step out of your comfort zone to help people and also heal yourself, because that's exactly what I did. I healed. Like I said, yesterday's vibe and what I expressed really kind of put the period on the sentence of the last, that last branch of my journey. So, baby sibling loves that one. The universe works fast when I'm having fun. Now, do you know why the universe works fast when you're having fun? Because, sorry, there goes my nose. The universe works fast when you're having fun because you're not thinking about it. If you're into manifesting, right? Or even if you're praying and, or whatever your higher power is, whatever it is you do to seek help, to ask for help, to look for the higher power help. It works faster when you're not choke holding it, when you're not squeezing the life out of it. Trust me, I'm a good example of that one. I have noticed that when I do try to manifest things, or, when I do try to bring things into my life, that when I'm not thinking about it, that's when it happens. Oh, I did that. You know what? I always struggle with the finger snaps, but it's like they say, when they, whatever your religious belief is, give it to God and he'll take care of it. But God can't take care of it, right? If you're holding on to it, manifest it, give it to the universe, give it to your higher powers, give it to whoever sits at your spiritual table. But who likes somebody peeking over their shoulder trying to figure out what they're trying to do? So I really think that not only are these two cards for everybody out there, they are also for me, because I like to put a stranglehold on everything I try to manifest or pray for or bring into my life, because it's fun. No, it's not. It's not fun. But it's a control issue, and that is something that I am working on, simply because, like I said, referring back to yesterday, the things I went through that kind of put me in the place that, I was in, you have to find a way to control things so that you can keep those things inside, so you can compartmentalize, so you can, not let anyone know your big secret. And, the trauma I went through, it's like I said, it created two separate people. There's like this controlling person over here, and then there's this happy-go-lucky person over here. And slowly I am bringing them together and making them one person, and basically retiring the control freak in me, because, you're so afraid of things failing. You're so afraid of letting down that wall, letting down that veil. And it's okay to let down that veil. We are not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. And, that is my own opinion. Some people think you can achieve perfection, but once you get there, don't you always find that there's something else that you feel like it could be better? So we never really truly achieve perfection, but we waste a lot of time trying to get there. So I think that this card is perfect with all its pretty rainbows and colors, and it's basically saying, you know what? We got this. We got this. Let us just give it to us. Let us handle it. Let us take care of it. And you know what? Let it happen. It may not happen in the way you want it to happen, but it will probably happen. And if it doesn't, and you get a clear sign that it is not going to happen, then that probably means that it was not meant for you. But something will replace it. So something will always come in. You just have to allow it. You have to, just go out and have fun. Put something, just for practice, okay? Try to manifest something small. For instance, when I was first learning how to do this, or, I grew up praying. I was raised a Catholic, but my spiritual paths have gone in many directions. I still honor my Catholic side for my mother, but, and like I said, I do believe in God. He is one of the many that sit at my spiritual table. But, there's a lot of but-ums today, isn't there? However, when I was first learning, I thought, it says do this money but do this money manifestation thing. So I thought, okay, and it was the only thing I could think of. So I thought of a $20 bill, and, I imagined it being folded once and then folded back over the other way, and then kind of just like triangled, almost like folding a flag, okay? And then handed to me, or actually not handed to me. I thought that's how I would find it on the ground, because that's, it's the only thing I can think of. I don't want people losing money for me. And so I did add in the divine right way, just because I don't want people losing a $20 bill so that I can manifest it. So that day, one of our big bosses, who used to come down for a couple days a week, he walks over to my desk and said, I know we were supposed to go to lunch today, because I kind of took care of him. Towards the end, before he retired, he was starting to get dementia. And I don't mean take care of him like I babysat him. I mean, he was, to this day, I adore him. He taught me how to stand up for myself. And I'll get to that in a second, because I think that's also a good lesson. But he came over and he says, sorry, kid, we were supposed to have lunch today, I know, but the boys, our loan officers, wanted to take him out for lunch. So as he's standing there and telling me this, he is literally folding up money exactly the way I saw it. Now, mind you, I had done that the night before I went to sleep, so I totally forgot about it. And as he's doing this, it's just hitting my brain like, oh my God, because he's sitting there, he's telling me, I know we're not going to lunch today, but here, go buy yourself some lunch. And I didn't want his money. Okay, I didn't want the money. When it was on the ground, it would have been something different, because, I obviously would have looked around to see who it belonged to, if there was anybody. But he was giving this to me, and of course he ended up throwing it on my desk, because we argued back and forth about me not taking it, but he was very adamant, and I will get to that again in a second, because that's kind of where my story takes its turn. But I was shocked. But you know what? I just let it go. I thought, whatever, and somehow, but the sucky thing is, I would have liked to have had lunch with him, and I think I manifested myself right out of a lunch with Fred, that was his name, Fred. Good old Freddie. But now the thing I wanted to talk about is, when I first started at that job, this is actually the last job I had. When I first started at that job, there were a lot of people. Fred was one of these people that you either liked or you didn't like, or more like you liked or you were afraid of. And I get very intimidated very easily. People like to make fun of me because I have trouble talking to people like CEOs, people that feel like they're so much higher than me. And this is the old me. I don't know. I mean, we can't people right now, so I have no idea how I would react around people anymore. But because I have changed over the last year. However, there were people that would be like, oh, watch out for him. He can be mean. He can be this. He can be that. And I love hockey. Okay, and one of my favorite players was from Minnesota. So, and this is years ago. By the time I got this jersey that they gave me from the University of Minnesota, this player was long gone. But it was a gift my friends gave me long before, and because of this fascination I have with Minnesota for a while, I don't know why. It's just I think it was because it was the first place that I went where I'm in the city and snow was falling on me, and it was amazing, and the people were so nice, You know, it's probably after London, my second favorite place. I mean, outside of where I live, because I do love where I live. But so I had it on my desk. Now, the University of Minnesota, their rivals are the Badgers. The Badgers from Wisconsin. University of Wisconsin Badgers. Gophers and Badgers. Apparently this is the things that crawl out of holes in the Midwest. So anyways, Fred had some guests, and I didn't know who they were, just a bunch of guys in suits, figured they were bankers or whatever. And he kept turning my jersey upside down so that it would say W instead of M. So he comes by, and I come back to my desk, and they're just walking into they're just walking back into the office, and at the time my desk was near the door. And I see my jersey as he's walking in. He starts laughing. These guys behind him start laughing. And I looked at him. And this is the first time I did this, okay? Because before that, I was very timid around him. And I think he was trying to mess with me to just kind of, put me at ease. But I literally looked at him and I told him, if you touch my jersey one more time, I'm going to break your damn fingers. Which obviously I wouldn't, because I'm not a violent person. But I meant it. And that day, I earned his respect. Turns out the guys with him were his former fraternity brothers who were on the board for the University of Wisconsin. Oops. But after they left, he came by and he was laughing. And, he kind of started out like all spooky, like scary. And I was very intimidated. And I thought, oh crap, I'm going to be in so much trouble for what I just said to him. Because even my coworker on the other side of the wall could hear, in our cubicle, could hear me. And all I heard when I said that was, and all of a sudden Fred comes over. And he kind of, because my desk was I was the admin, the front desk admin. And he just kind of pounds on the desk and says, good for you, kid. Good for you. And after that, we were like this. Whenever he came down, people just couldn't understand. I know older siblings watching, and older sibling had an Uncle Walt. And Uncle Walt, he was just like Fred. And for some reason, I had him wrapped around my finger. I don't know how, I don't know why. But I think because of Fred, I learned, don't take people's shit. A lot of times they just don't know how to come across. And I think a lot of times people want to push you out of your comfort zone to see how you'll react to them, because they don't want people just kowtowing to them. No matter who you are in life, where you are in life, nobody is better than you, and you're not better than anybody else. And I learned that from siblings' mom. I miss Barbara every day. Barbara was a well-known jazz musician, and one day I'll share her Bon Jovi story, because that's just a hoot. Or maybe I'll bring sibling on camera and let her tell it, because that was a good one. Gotta stay tuned for that one. But I learned that from her, because I thought, well, I'm not as cool as this person. I'm not as talented as this person. And Mom Barbara comes out, and she's just like, do you know what? And I thought Laura was in trouble. Turns out it was me. And she didn't give me the what for in a mean way, but she looked at me, finger pointed, and she said, nobody is better than you, and you are no better than anybody else. Everybody adds. I can't remember exactly what she said after that, because I was kind of stunned. But she says, everybody brings their talents to the table. Okay, I'm going to paraphrase that, or maybe she's telling me now. But everybody brings what their talent is to the table. So try not to be intimidated by other people. Try not to put people so high on a pedestal that when you actually get to meet them, they're like, oh, I've done that before. Maybe one of the reasons I'm single is because I cannot talk to men to save my life. I get so shy. Apparently some guy was flirting with me on an airplane on the way back from Colorado, and I had no fucking clue. I didn't. My sister was so mad at me. This is a couple years ago, but she's like, I cannot believe that you didn't get it. I mean, the guy told me where he was from, what his dad did for a living, where he lived, how much his house was worth, what he does for a living. He even managed to slide in by saying, well, my boss said, hey, so-and-so. I forgot his name. And I was like, oh. So I was like, no. So, I go into work and I told a couple of friends, and they all looked at me like, you're stupid. So, you know. So men out there, you're going to have to talk to me because I get shy. Sorry, I do. But I think it also is a sign of worthiness, because I guess I just, from the experiences I talked about yesterday, I guess I just didn't feel worthy anymore. I guess I just felt like, just kind of like merchandise, like, something in the window that people like to pull down and return. And I guess maybe now that's a sign that I need to work on my self-worth. I'm learning the self-care, self-love, and self-respect. But I think this is a big sign to work on my self-worth. So remember, thanks for listening to all my stories today. But I really kind of think that they add to this, the universe works fast when I'm having fun. Remember, I manifested a $20 bill. I don't even know how to this day, it's like, whoa, and I tried it again. But the thing is I tried it and then I keep looking everywhere instead of just letting it happen. And the funny thing is I did, and my dad gave me a bag that he got from when a family friend was visiting. They went to the casino, and because they all have those little card things that you stick in the they got purses. So my dad says, hey, do you want this purse? It was like a nice 9 West black purse. It's small and, compact and good for a nice day out. And he threw a $20 bill in there. Now, I don't know about other people's traditions, but in the Asian and Hawaiian tradition, you put money in the purse or the wallet that you're giving someone, because that means they'll always have it. And there was a $20 bill. Maybe I need to aim higher, so aim bigger. But anyways, manifesting isn't about manifesting just money. I wanted to try something small, something that, I didn't care one way or the other. I do try to manifest Mr. Right. Still trying to figure out why that's not working, but maybe it's because I got the chokehold on it. So I'm going to do that. Okay. I am going to put it out there and I'm going to see what happens. And also, I want to thank Marie's Brian, for pulling this card for me today, because I have a funny feeling I got a lot of signs and messages yesterday from his particular faction of the Veil. And, lots of crows kept popping up and lots of birds and just different. Okay, baby sibling is going like crazy with the emojis. Let's see. I got a hug, I got lots of hearts, and I got lots of laughing, but it's the truth. There's nothing sexier than my authentic truth. And, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I made more earrings last night because, apparently it helps de-stress me. But yeah, there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. And I know it has to be from Brian because it's purple. It's purple. And so, just kind of go with that. There's nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Be yourself. Be honest. When just kind of going into the dating world, I see this with people I know all the time. And wait, hold on one second. Just let me. Baby sibling, you need to clarify what you mean that you were wondering if I did the signs. But anyways, oh, my earrings? I don't know. But sorry guys. But anyways, when people start dating, and like I said, I've been single for a long time, and that's okay. No pity party, no pity party. I'm just saying, I'm saying this for context because I have a lot of married friends. I have a lot of friends that I see dating. And a lot of times I see people kind of going into these things and going, or they're not really themselves. They're just kind of trying to be who they think they want, that this person wants them to be. And a lot of times that's why things get weird, because then you start letting down your guard. You start, hi, if I ever start dating, refer back to these videos and you'll see what a nutcase I might end up being or am or whatever. But I am out there, and this is my authentic truth. Yesterday was my authentic truth. It didn't get any more truthful than yesterday. But then I thought about it too, because yesterday I was talking about things that I do talk to my family about. It wears my dad out, but it's not on purpose that it happens. Sometimes it just blurts out. But there really is nothing sexier than your authentic truth. So you know what? Just go out there, be yourself. Be yourself. There is nobody better than the person that you are. And if you feel like you need improvements, or you get signs that, you know, maybe there are things in your life that you need to fix, then fix it. You know, I mean, because of all my trauma, I used to have a bad anger problem, you know, and it's not that it was aimed at anybody. It was because the file cabinets that I said, the locks were breaking because there was too much compartmentalizing going on, and it just started coming out, and it comes out in very destructive ways, you know. So think of it like a volcano. Okay, volcanoes can be really pretty, but if you get too near it, you're either going to die from the gases that it's emitting, or you're going to get burned, and you don't want to get burned, right? You're going to sizzle. In the case of a volcano, you're probably going to disintegrate, but don't get near volcanoes. So that's your advice for today. Don't go near volcanoes. So remember, the universe works fast when the universe works fast when I'm having fun. Have fun. You know, just like I said, try something small today. Try to manifest something small today. See what happens. And then there is nothing more sexier than your authentic truth. Be yourself. Be, you know, all the ugly bits, all the beautiful bits, all the handsome bits, all the amazing bits of you. That is your authentic truth. That's what people find, you know. It's like they say, that's your inside, you know. This is just the outside. This doesn't say anything about you. What's in here does. How you treat people does. How you talk to people does. And just be you. Just be you, because you're an amazing person. Whoever is watching this, you are an amazing human being. You're an amazing starseed. You're an amazing whatever it is you want to be. I'm throwing that out there for some of my friends. And baby sibling loved my earrings, so there you go. Kind of dig these too. I can't wait to get the tools that I need to properly make them, because like I said, I'm still working on with manicuring tools, believe it or not. So not too bad for manicuring tools, but I guess that's it. It was another long one, wasn't it? So thanks for staying in there. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful weekend. A happy Aloha Friday. And you know, if you're in SoCal and it's raining where you're at, please be careful. If you're near the mountains, watch out for the mudslides, please. If they tell you to evacuate, get out. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Thanks for coming back. And let's see what kind of day I'm going to have today. It should be a good one. I hope yours is too. I will see you on Monday for Monday stuff. That's what we determined. Monday stuff. Have a great day.